This is not just a video. This is a shift. If you are here, it is not a coincidence. It is alignment. There was a moment in your life when everything ended. At least, that's how it felt. Maybe it was a betrayal, a broken heart. Someone you trusted, choosing someone else. A relationship you believed in, collapsing in front of you. Or maybe it was a loss. Not always physical, but emotional. Like losing someone while they are still alive. Like feeling the absence of something that once meant everything. And in that moment, your world stopped. Nothing made sense. Your mind kept replaying it. Your chest felt heavy. Your thoughts became louder than your peace. And you asked yourself, how could this happen? Why me? What did I do wrong? And the truth is, that moment changed you. Because something inside you broke, but something else started to open. At first, you couldn't see it. All you could feel was the pain, the confusion, the emptiness. But slowly, without even realizing it, you began to look within. Not because you wanted to, but because you had no other choice. And in that silence, in that discomfort, in that space where everything felt uncertain, you started to meet yourself. And if this resonates with you, if you've gone through something like this, take a moment and share it. Comment what happened to you. Comment how it felt. Express it. Not to relive the pain, but to release it and to realize you are not the only one. There are others reading your words who felt the same, who are going through it right now. And maybe your comment is exactly what someone else needs to feel understood. You are safe to express here. And later, as you began to center yourself, to breathe again, to feel again, to observe instead of react, you realized something. That changed everything. The problem was not the problem. It was an invitation to see what you had ignored, what you had tolerated, what you had believed about yourself without questioning it. Because life does not come to break you. It comes to reveal you. And every painful experience carries within it a version of you, waiting to emerge. At first, it feels like destruction. But later, you begin to see it was redirection. Because if that hadn't happened, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be questioning. You wouldn't be aware. You wouldn't be opening to something deeper. And this is where the awakening begins. Not in peace, but in contrast. Not in clarity, but in confusion. Because contrast creates awareness. And awareness creates choice. And choice is where your power lives. So slowly, you begin to shift. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this showing me? And in that question, you take your power back. You begin to see your emotions not as enemies, but as guidance. You begin to understand that your inner state is shaping your outer experience. And little by little, you return to yourself. You breathe deeper. You react less. You observe more. You find your center. And from that place, something incredible happens. You begin to choose, not from pain, but from awareness. Not from fear, but from alignment. And life begins to respond differently because you are different. And one day, you look back at the moment that broke you, and you realize it didn't end you. It introduced you to who you really are. So if you are in that moment right now, if your world feels like it just collapsed, If your heart feels heavy, if nothing makes sense, take a breath. You are not alone. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And even if you can't see it yet, this moment is shaping your awakening. Stay with yourself, because from this, you rise.